Hello everyone and welcome back to StarMade and welcome back to my little ship construction site over here. And yeah, as you can see, I continued a bit away from camera. Almost the entire rear part of the ship is finished now. There are just a couple of things left to do. For example, here there's a big hole, and yeah. And we need engines. I already started to add engines, but I'd like to continue with this today. So today in this episode I'd like to talk about thruster blocks and engines. And yeah, let's have a short look into the interior. As you can see, it's almost done over here. We have our nice group of airlocks. Let's close it. And the core room. Alright, and finally the corridor and the shuttle. My shuttlecraft docked to this spaceship. It's just temporarily. I just wanted to figure out how much space this shuttle needs and where is a good spot for the docking part. So yeah, we'll rebuild this in the next episode, because today I'd like to talk about engines, like I said. And yeah, as far as I know, engine blocks, and with engine blocks I mean the hyperflux coil thrusters, works pretty much the same way like the power blocks. So that means you have to put these thruster blocks in groups attached to your ship, and every time you expand the group, so I mean every time you add another block to the group, you will increase your thrust, and every time you expand the group of your thrusters in X, Y or Z direction, you will generate bonus thrust. So let's prove this. I will now spawn another block, a core block. So I will build a group of thrusters to attach to this block. And yeah, remember, with R aiming on this core block, and with R you enter the block, and with space you can enter the build mode. We are already in build mode, so let's build our little box of thrusters. Yeah, I will do pretty much the same thing like I did with the power core blocks in my power tutorial. Was episode 3. Yeah, like this. Finally, over here. And yeah, I created a box right now. A box out of 32 thruster blocks. And on the left side, maybe it's a bit small for you, but on the left side, oh no, it's gone. So pay attention here to this little statistics of your ship. There we can see our ship have 85.4 thrusts. So, and if I add another thrust block to this, like over here, now we have 33 thruster blocks. We have a thrust of 60.1. But if I add this one over here, we have thrust of 61.1. So yeah, like I said, if I add a thruster block here, we have more thruster blocks, so we increased our thrust rate. But here we can increase our thrust rate a lot more, because I expanded the group in one direction. So yeah, seems to be right that the thruster blocks work like the power core blocks. So let's remove them, because I'd like to test this finally with a line of thruster blocks. As you may remember from my power tutorial, the expansion, group expansion thing means that a row of thruster blocks would be most efficient. So now I'm going to add 32 thruster blocks in one row to this core. We have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. So we have now a thrust of 80.4, and yeah, so it's right. That means a row of thruster blocks is the most efficient way, except of course some other ways to build A engines. There are other solutions for this, of course, but this is the most basic and most efficient way. So we proved that this is right, so now we can continue here at my ship to add additional thrusters. And as you may notice, I ignore this knowledge of efficient thruster block placing because I have not a row of thruster blocks here. I have groups, and not every time I add a thruster block the group will be expanded, so it's not very efficient. It's more a design decision to build this way because it looks cool, or will look cool in the end. And yeah, so let's enter the ship again, and the core room, and the core finally, of course. So now I need the symmetry planes. I need this one, and oh sorry, and set, and yeah, I will attach this to the ship's core because the ship core is located in the middle. And now I'd like to add another symmetry plane. Yeah, this one. All right. So yeah, like I said, I already prepared this here, my engines for this ship. And ooh, with all these planes, it is not easy to it's a bit dark here and it's not easy to see what I'm doing now. So maybe we could add some temporary lights somewhere. For example, over here. This will help maybe a bit. Also over there. Not really. So, yeah, I will add additional thruster blocks to these engines here. In the same way like over here. And in the front, or at the front part, I added shield blocks. So I will start with this first. Shield blocks. And I think, yeah, I did it somehow like this. All right. Hello. So there we are. And finally, shield blocks are added to the ship. All right. And additional one over here. Okay, now I added these thrust blocks, and as you can see, I have a row of thrust blocks that will connect each group here. So I think this is really useful, or it's absolutely necessary and important for us to do this, so that each group will be connected to each other. So this, then it is a little bit more efficient. So yeah, let's add another thrust block here and there, and another one here. So I will put 2 thruster blocks behind each other. Yeah, in this way I mean, and 3 of these groups on top of each other. So yeah, so 6 thruster blocks. I do this because now if I add the next group over here, they are connected to each other. So This will help us for efficiency. Alright, alright. There we go. Okay. This is nice, and yeah, we'll do pretty much the same thing. We need shield blocks first over here. I think oh, the ship will not accelerate very fast because the thrust to mass ratio will be not very good. As you can see, we have a mass of 777.3 and a thrust of 414.2. So because of my solar sailor design, I know that a mass to thrust ratio of 1 to 1.5 is very good. Then you have a ship that will accelerate very fast. That means 1.5 thrust to 1 mass, of course. So at the moment we have something like I would say 1 to 0.6 or so. Cannot calculate this in my mind, in my head. Sorry. So, however, oh, no shield blocks, thruster blocks. Yeah, I was talking about this because you ask yourself, what is a good thrust to mass ratio? I think, yeah, I think 1 thrust to 1 mass would be very well in most cases, and I think I will not going to make this. I'm pretty sure because now the engines are done. I will not add any additional thruster blocks anymore. So yeah, but it's a industry ship, so I think we are good with this. And yeah, now I'd like to hide the engines because I'd like to use these green lights. They will look pretty cool if I add them here to this ship. So this will be my engine, and as you can see, it is okay if you cover your engines with other blocks. So this is something that many people do actually. I think most people use, for example, lava blocks for engines, or the ice crystal. Was it ice crystal? So there is some kind of glowing ice blocks. They have these nice bluish glow. Alright, so let's add some thrusters here. Again, I think this is okay if we do this also here. So yeah, but this will not expand the group in any direction, so I'm pretty sure this will not help us. What's going on here? Alright, here's some space left for power blocks, so yeah. We'll do this later. And here we can add hull blocks, because to protect the power blocks. Are there any? Yeah, we have some hull blocks left. Alright, and another lights, group of lights over here. For some reason, I think I made a mistake. Well, why this didn't work? I think I made a mistake with these 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No. Where I made the mistake? I have no idea. Or is it with the thruster blocks in here? No, there are 2 blocks. 2 blocks in a row. I don't understand why we have you know, the upper light over there and the lower light one block behind them. So here this didn't work. Why this didn't work? Interesting, because actually it is, you also have 2 blocks in one row. And I'm pretty sure up there, yeah, there are shield blocks as well. I can't tell you what I've done different there, but I think it is not a big problem if we do, or if we remove this block. Yeah, of course we will have a lot less thrust because of this, but these blocks should be connected, should be still connected to each other. So yeah, let's do this. I don't know what I have done different over there. The engines have the same size and all of this. I have no idea. So I think here we will have the same problem. No, this one is right. Let's build these engine blocks. All right, looks very nice. And we need some additional wedges over here. Yeah, wedges. So these are our engines, almost. We could add some additional hardened hole blocks like this, and also wedges. Wedges would be cool. They are always cool. And hopefully we will have, I think we don't have enough of this, of these. No, we need additional wedges. So, however, I think I can do this away from camera. And if I, let's remove the symmetry planes, unset, of course. All right, I think we are done for this episode. I will add, or we'll finish these wedges here away from camera, and I think maybe I will continue over here with the end part, with the rear part, and in the next episode we will talk about docking, which is also not very complicated to build the docking part. So yeah, but like I said, in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.